you. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Hello, hello. We're coming to you in great, great excitement. So much excitement. We're so excited about all these beautiful shifts that's coming up in these beautiful Easter weekend vibrations and beautiful downloads that we're all getting for this next ascension cycle for humanity. And I wanted to bring forward a really short video. We're going to do things a little bit differently now. That's always what Spirit is challenging me to do, is to always expand who I am as my consciousness and to offer different things. So I'm so excited. And we're going to offer a short channel about what's coming up in Ascension for everybody, and reminding everybody how important daily self-care is, and the reflection and honoring your divine soul. Your divine soul is the many aspects of you that you have on all dimensions and all realms, and all the aspects of you that are now coming into an experience of harmonization for who you would choose to be as a soul, as a multidimensional soul being, taking yourself far beyond the experience of just the human body, if you will, which is the aspect of spirit in matter form. Our bodies are spirit. Our bodies could not exist without spirit. And how we're nourishing our bodies. Are we nourishing it with ego, or are we nourishing it with spirit? Ego always wants you to go outwards for your nourishment. And of course, that will only be very temporary. And why we've always had such short timelines and lifetimes, because we've been feeding and nourishing our bodies from without, looking to our world without for that nourishment. But it's always within us. Spirit is. We are becoming. And that's what this whole awakening is about. It's flipping our whole entire reality on its head, if you will, because we've been living from the backwards perspective, and that is the separation through which we are always one. We're one with all aspects of our oneness. The aspects of our oneness are those energies that are projected in our reality that we create so that we can honor that aspect of ourselves. However, in the awakening process, we just don't know that. We think that the outside world is a separate representation, and we end up blaming and shaming the outer reality, because that's what we've been taught to do in the game of separation, is to know that everything outside of us is not us, it's not ours. It's just how we navigate all that. But it is absolutely our creation. It is absolutely everything that we experience, absolutely every particle that we are, asking for our oneness, asking for us to resolve the inner issues and the woundings of the entire soul itself. As you begin to look within and honor the whole soul within us, you begin to live as the whole soul. Therefore, you're carrying all the gifts and the wisdoms and the skills of your whole soul. And so it's a really profound experience. And we were just saying we're going to present in this video just a few of the Ascension experiences that you might be going through. Those of you that have been on the path for a while, these are some Ascension symptoms that you may be going through, because the amplification of the light is going to be accelerating throughout the month of April, and it's really profound change. So April is the month of the number 4, which means foundation. We are creating through these energetic experiences a greater foundation. And what is your foundation built on? So as you're doing your daily self-care, it's good to ask yourself those questions. What foundation am I building for myself? What does that foundation really mean for me? And how do I want it to represent my multidimensional reality, my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual experience? What are my foundations in each of those? And always allowing yourself that time for that daily self-care without question, without apology. You taking care of yourself, you honoring yourself as a multidimensional being, is going to be that highest representation of what you're creating, the foundations you're creating, how important those foundations are, and why we see the crumbling of what's crumbling now, because most of the foundations that we see are crumbling are the ones that have not been built with integrity, with truth, with the higher frequencies of the alignment through the 5D grids. And that's what we've been going through for years, is just the continual refinement of our grids, the continual refinement of the love of who we are, the pulsar quantum energies that are sent out from all human hearts, that we're ready for a higher vibrational experience. We're ready to see leaders of higher vibrational integrity. We're ready to be a part of higher vibrational building and rewriting. And that's why many of us are here as code breakers, to break through those areas of conformity, and why they're the most difficult and challenging, because oftentimes it calls for us to leave loved ones and family behind, because we're all in different phases of the ascension process, of the awakening process. And some are on their own unique paths of evolution. Some may not even want to agree or even admit that they're on the evolutionary path, but all souls are, regardless of whether they know it or not, or regardless of what religion or denomination all belong to. We are all evolutionarists. Every aspect of life in creation is in the evolutionary process. And there's life systems within life systems within life systems within life systems that are all vibrational and dimensional in thread. That means the song that you're experiencing will be the song and the reality that you're experiencing for your soul to move through its lessons, to move through the growth that it wants to move through. If it's on a lower vibrational song, density and fear and control and limitation, then that will be the song that you're vibrating to call others in, because it is always built within the threshold of vibration And that threshold of vibration is always the infinity. You're always creating from how you vibrate from your core frequency. And so the process of awakening is to get you to question, is this what I want to believe for myself today? Is this the story I want to pack with me? Is this how I really want to believe? Or can I believe in something different? Can I start a new spiral of now in this story? Can I level up my experience? And can therefore, when you're doing so and you're believing so and you're acting as if, and you're being as if, and remember, knowing thyself and healing thy name, you then get to show your allness of who you are, the whole soul of all that you are, and your guides and your team and the God spark within, that you're ready for that next DNA activation. Those DNA activations won't occur unless you're clearing out the density that's already there, because that needs to have that flow. Your vessel needs to be cleared. Your chakras need to be cleared. And as the light is bathing on our planet, those activations will automatically come forward. But it's up to us to seek it and do it, because that's free will. And those that are playing out those dark contracts, we say dark, it's just a matter of where their soul wants to evolve in that moment of going through further and diving deeper into the darkness and diving deeper into whatever it is they want to experience. There will be those shifting of realities and shifting of earths, that those that want to continue playing out those dark roles and those dark games will continue to do so with others that want to do that as well. And then there will be those that will be challenging themselves to break forward new aspects of reality, and creating new aspects of reality and rewriting new aspects of reality for the greater good. Then those will be manifesting and harmonizing and magnetizing those that also want to do so. It's all based on vibration. And why the ascension process cannot be done quickly. It can't be, you can't jump ahead. You can't race to the end. You can't switch places with somebody else, regardless of how anybody might see or feel or believe themselves to be. It simply can't be done. Your soul has chosen a contract at the highest level before you even got here to go through certain experiences, because it is a part of the grander plan. It's not up to any human in their human experience to skip over the grander plan, that spirit. It just isn't. If the grander plan, we just say this as an example. Of course it's not, because it's far grander than what we know. It's far more illuminated and more elegant than what we can understand to decide. A human word can be put into place to define the elegance of God's and Spirit's creation, far more than any 3D text that we've ever written in any religious experience. And it's not any judgment to any of it, but whatever was created from our histories was only done from that level of consciousness. We're in a whole new level of consciousness right now. Therefore, thus, then, all of our human texts will be rewritten in the new consciousness thereof, because you're now understanding yourselves as greater, more vibrational beings of transparency, and therefore your stories have and will always be changing and taken from the perspective of many different beings on your planet, especially those from your youth. We'll be creating many sacred texts from the ancient systems, bringing them forward in the new dialect that they are here to present and to be a part of. And so this is the experience of the all. And if one experience thinks that it must be over here and it must be over there through the ego mind, not accepting and belonging of itself within itself, not valuing of itself within itself, always projecting its belonging or its value or its self-worth outside of itself to take on something of another, to want to take something from another, or to change places with another, or to take the gifts of another, then that experience is causing the ripple in that stagnancy, and it will become blocked and it will not move at all. It actually creates greater stagnancy, because you're not moving within the flow of what source, spirit, God, your higher self, your soul, your teams, your guides have you on that vibrational song. If you're not in alignment with your vibrational song and moving through and allowing those energies, those lessons, those activations to occur, you're absolutely putting blocks in your own timeline. You're actually putting blocks in your own soul's power to manifest change and evolve. And so anything that you do with intention, anything that you choose to create with intention, will be the own blockages that you're creating. And simply allowing and releasing. Ascension is all about allowance. You accept what is before you, you reflect upon it, you choose a higher vibration, and then you allow things to move, you allow the energy to move, you allow your emotions to come forward, you state with clarity who you are now, what story you choose to believe in, who you are as a divine aspect of creation. What really exists within me, who am I within this beautiful existing plan, and just allow spirit to take its place. You set with intention who you are. I'm here to create. I'm here to be the highest version of me. I'm here to be my highest expression of me. And that in and of itself is enough. You are in the flow of who you are and just allowing spirit to bring to you the vibrational match of what you are attracting. And so it's not for any one person on the planet to say, I'm going to take charge of God's elegant plan and I'm going to place myself here, here, and here, and here, and here, and I'm going to be this, this, and this, and this, and this. without going through the emotional, physical, mental, etheric, and spiritual lessons that one must really do before becoming that 5D experience to which you're manifesting through thought. Because most of the collective's experiences and thought programs and mental viruses are that of very deep limitation and fear and subjugation. And that's why you live in the superficial reality that you do, because it has been created through the ego, through the projecting of itself onto the outer reality for the reflection of its own acceptance and belonging and value and worthiness. However, we all know that that is only done through the whole soul of who you are, the soul of all that you are. What values do you hold of yourself? What morals are you carrying of yourself? And how have you normalized and how have you monetized yourselves in such ways that devalue you and degrade you in such separative ways or despicable ways, if you will, through which you hold no value of yourself in any way? And this is what you're here to change, if you so choose to desire to do so, because you are an infinite being of light, dear lighted ones. We're always here to remind you of that. And wherever you are on your path, it is perfect. However you choose to move about your path is perfect. However, you will always know deep within you, because you will see the synchronicities if you are tuned in and asking for it, and being present within your heart, the synchronicities that are always there before you, that your teams, that spirit, the creator is you in God form, the creator is you in the spirit form, always placing things before you so that you can awaken deeper and wider into who you are in this beautiful game. It is a very beautiful game if you choose to ask of it to be so, instead of allowing yourself to be run by repetitious stories of old limitations and old stories that do not believe to be a part of your now moment. If you so choose, you can release those stories and take a deep breath. I choose to release all stories that are no longer serving me physically, mentally, and emotionally, for I am a divine being and I am aligned in my highest light. I choose to say thank you to the Holy Creator and the creators of all that is, for the creator design, the beautiful, elegant systems of systems within systems that I am enthreaded with. And I choose to release all limiting stories that I am not worthy or valued to be a part of this experience. For I know that I am. I have great gifts, I have great stories, have great vibrational song, and I choose to be a part of it now. And bring in that beautiful breath and bathe and cleanse any energies and any thought forms, any entities that are connected to you because you've had negative thought forms and they feed off your negativity, they feed off your fear, and just ask them to leave, please. Release these negative entities and have them go back to source, please. I have my commandment of my own field and my bodies, and I ask these negative entities to leave my spirit, my mind, my body, heart, and soul. You're no longer welcome in my reality. You're no longer welcome in my reality, although I do welcome and appreciate your lessons that you have taught me. And I send you away with great gratitude and appreciation. Leave my space now, 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 now. Anything that you do so, dear lighted ones, with intention and sound, you can clear your fields with great light. Thank you, dear lighted ones. And Joanna will be offering an activation for those that so choose to make a small donation and a small payment for her gifts and her wisdoms of healing and activation that are done through the conduit vessel that she is, in divine alignment of the Holy Christ, the Christ consciousness that each and every one of you are, the Metatronic light of who you are as sacred geometry and sacred loving light that you've always been on all timelines in every realm. Through many of you of your higher selves, we are speaking through you in this moment of now, that you may remember us and who we are. We are aspects of you in the most highest spirited experience of who you are. So what I'm seeing right now is this toroidal experience, and all of these little spiraling golden light orbs are flowing into this toroidal, and they're all speaking through me in this one harmonic song of this offering. So I'm just giving you an experience of what I experienced. So how we're going to be doing these videos is I'm going to be offering a recording just to give a quick synopsis on what's moving through the collective right now of those that are on the path of ascension, those that are choosing with intention to be on the path of ascension, to expand and explore and experience all that you are as spirit, to have your worlds explored from within and without, as above, so below. Those of you that so desire to tap into an additional video that will be offered through a fair reciprocation of a small payment to assist Joanna in her movement forward in building her divine experience and building her divine co-creator experience for the assistance of humanity awakening. There will be a light language activation for any of those that so desire to choose to be with us in this forwarded video. We will offer light codes and song for you to activate onto this next level of spiraled activity, if you wish, of the song that is the creator. And your own song of the creator will be unique to you, dear lighted ones. For each and every one of you come with unique beings, with unique healing systems, and with unique tools, dear lighted ones, that you've never used before. And why Joanna will be talking about this in what is coming up for humanity in these ascension experiences. And we thank you so much. We're so grateful to be with each and every one of you. Thank you, holy creators. And just take a deep breath, and open up your pillar of light. Open up your pillar of light through loving intention. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am in alignment with my highest self. And we want to harmonize all of your bodies, your heart, your mind, and your soul. So just create a spiral of motion within your toroidal system of light, your epicenter of light. I am a multidimensional being, and I'm calling forth all energy, all light, and all power that I have released to the energetic universe to return to me now, please. Return to me now. Return to me now. For I am that I am. I am that I am. And I return all light, power, and energy that is mine to return back to me now, please. For I am only in charge of me. My will only is exercised within me, for me, of me. And for anything and anyone that chooses to exercise their will to control another, or to hinder another, or to bypass another, will be experiencing their own equal return of such, because the universe belongs to such universal laws. And those universal laws are respecting. That is the right use of free will. The right use of free will is that each and every being is sovereign unto itself, to practice these laws of the universe so that you're able to transcend lower vibrational experiences of separation and devaluing, and step into the oneness factor. The oneness factor is that you would choose not to bring harm to yourself or another, for you are all one. And these laws are essential to understand, and why we choose to show them to you in your reality as your guides, as your teams, as your masters, for you to master. For your outer reality will show you these laws in every way. How may you begin to practice these laws, dear lighted ones? This is what we're preparing you for we are each and every one of you celestial beings that are with you. And we choose that you be a part of these laws, that if you so desire, you can create great, beautiful things with Source Creator in your oneness with the Creator. And thank you. We will go into our summation of the current ascension energies. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So just take a deep breath of love and light. I breathe in love and light, and my body is now transcending density. I release all density now. My body is love and light. I release all density now. I release all density now. I release all density now. My cells are listening. My body is listening. And I reactivate myself to love and light. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for I'm reminding myself that I am a multidimensional being, and my voice matters. My voice is the spirited connection to all that I am as spirit. My body is spirit. My fields are spirit, and I am spirit. Please bathe me with the spirit of my liking. For all codes and all light is based and more benevolent within, as I choose it to be. I am being bathed with the highest the Christic Metatronic light that is rainbow, that is beautiful violet flame, that is the truth of the Lord Michael, which delivers us the exact light and codes that we so desire, being blessed upon us now. Just simply open and receive with breath. And ground, and ground. You are a part of this holy system. And this holy system transcends everything that you've been written in your sacred text, dear lighted ones, for those who are very right and true at that time, and they were always very righteous at that time, but now we're choosing to transcend into something new. So just allow yourself to be adaptable with the changing times. Your sacred text will all be rewritten, and be adaptable to it. Be flexible to it. You will be a part of rewriting it, for each and every one of you are. You cannot not be. For each and every one of you on this planet are a part of the rewriting of the human experience. Each and every one of you send out pulsations of your heart saying, I wish this could change, that could change, that would change. We are going to be included now. We will be treated fairly now. We will be treated with equal fairness and opportunity. Our voices will be heard, and the sacred children will be lifted up high. For we will not demean or belittle anyone or any aspect of life, for it is all us. We choose to rewrite these rules and laws. We choose to be a part of our own divine sovereignty and lead our peoples into peace and love and harmony. While we watch old leaders be moved into experiences through which they can practice with one another their hatred and their anger and their separation. For you choose to be a leader of peace, and you will seek peace. You choose to be a leader of wisdom, and you will seek wisdom. You choose to be a leader of higher resolve, and it simply will be because you seek it. The higher resolve in which the greater good will be served, and the highest and the best for the greater good of all. For isn't that why you are there, dear lighted ones? To see the representation of your laws that have been, the beings and the energies that have been, the behaviors that have been, and to choose to see something in a new way within yourself. How may I harmonize this? How may I harmonize the wars and the energies that are being shown out there, but also the goodness? Because there's much goodness shown to you every day, dear lighted ones. Are you paying attention to the goodness as much as you are paying attention to all that is playing out? For oftentimes your media will want you to pay attention to what they want you to pay attention to. For that is how they have driven the control in previous eons of work. For now you're separating yourself from the media. You're separating yourself from what was, and you're merely creating your own timelines of light and joy and co-creation that can be harmonic and peaceful. That your bodies can now stop aging. That your bodies can now take on greater light and be the epitome of your greatest health. And why not? For you are aspects of the divine. That is what every master has taught you heretofore. And call in your light, dear lighted ones, and breathe. Your sovereign being, call in your light, dear lighted ones. I am sovereign and I call in my light. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is greater and more far and wide and vast than we had ever known, dear lighted ones. So you can choose, if you so desire, to release all limitations of what Holy Spirit meant for you. For it's beyond what anything has ever been written. It's beyond whatever text it has been written. For God is, source is, the creator is, the prime creator is, divine experience of all sciences, divine experience of all life systems. So exciting. We're so excited for you to tap into these newnesses of your new life and your new reality. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And we wish to get back to your experience of who you are as a celestial being come to light in your human body. For your human body is that made of celestial experiences, DNA, and all that you are as spirit, harmonizing in this now moment as the openness of who you are becomes real in your now time. And we say now time for it's slipping away. Are you real in this now celestial moment where all worlds and all planets and all realms are living through you? And breathe. And so they're showing me an aspect of oneness, dear lighted ones, as we begin. And we're talking about this toroidal experience. And this toroidal experience is the beautiful breath coming from Gaia. We're connecting with our grids of our celestial grids, our beautiful alchemy grids. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The Arcturians are with us in this beautiful multidimensional alchemy. And in your in-breath, you're breathing up the energies of the celestial Gaia Earth, or she is becoming part of her galactic family. And we're activating the galactic energies that are within us, and they're activating our galactic DNA and our galactic and our celestial blood and our aspects of who we are, as we've been harmonizing the wholeness of who we are through our ascension healing, through our releasing of old density, thinking that we were separate from our celestial friends and separate from one another and separate from the ones going through war and separate from the ones that are in pain and suffering, for we are including all that we are within the all that we are. And that makes us feel so rich, and it makes us feel so wise into how to help one another and how to heal one another and how to be there for one another. And we create new higher vibrational laws for one another, for it's our celestial oneness now coming into our allness. For there has been many celestial wars that have torn us apart, and now we're coming together through the liberation of that which was separation into oneness. And it is through your breath, dear lighted ones, that this toroidal system brings into your celestial allness. And you can release all the fears and all the energies of persecution and bullying and all of those energies that have taken place within many planets and many systems, because you can say, I'm done with that now. I understand the lessons that I've learned, and it's been shown to me throughout my reality experiences with the people playing out these energies in my daily life. And I choose to release the energies of bullying, stories of separation, stories of less than and lack, stories of not belonging, and I choose to release them now. I release them now. I release them now. I release them now. And as you acknowledge them, accept them, and allow for something greater, dear lighted ones, those 3 A's in this now moment, you harmonize into a greater being of who you are. And yes, you know you do, because it feels so good. You want to be part of the all. You want to understand the value of all beings in creation. Each path that is valued, for each path holds a secret vibration. And we say secret because that often gives you much excitement about who you are. You each want to be held with excitement about who you are. The creators, the prime creators, dear lighted ones, celestial beings from all over the universes, want to know that it is exciting for them to look upon you and move about your life. And yet within you, you find little excitement about who you are. And we ask you why. Why are you not excited about your unique story, the vibration that you hold within this vibrational realm? This is what we want you to get excited about, dear lighted ones. You are meant to be here. You are meant to be the vibratory song of who you are. And this, dear lighted ones, is what you are most genuine in, your most raw, authentic version of you, the unapologetic version of you that comes forward to say, I am that I am. And this 5th dimensional vibration may cause others around you such fear and such contemplation about who they are within themselves. And that is okay. That is the point of being the catalyst. It is okay, dear lighted ones. You can be different. You can shine differently. You can come forward with a different point of view. You can come forward with a different walk and a different song and a different hymn if you so choose. Your stories are unique. You're from different galaxies, dear lighted ones. You're meant to all entangle and be diverse within thyself. For each and every one of you are from different realms. You are from different bodies and forms. And you're here to work that out in human form, if you will. For you will be the planet of great diversity in this galaxy. And we choose for you to see this excitement within yourselves. Bring this excitement forward. I'm so excited to be a part of this story. I know I belong to many planets and many realms, and my body has taken many forms. And in this being of my wholeness, I take a breath, because I absolutely know I am one with the Prime Creator, and I can create healing and oneness. Any judgments that have prevailed me, any separations, any anger, any frustrations that I have taken on for others because they've been so angry at their own life and their frustrations and limitations, and I transmute them now because I can, because I can, because I can, and just release them to the creators. But there's always a system of transmutation. Just acknowledging it and releasing it is enough. Acknowledging it and releasing it, and not staying stuck on it and reliving the same story and cycle over and over and over again, reliving the pain over and over and over again. Just release it. I choose to be done with the story of pain and suffering. It's done, it's done, it's done. And anybody that is choosing to go through this in your reality, you can choose to have faith and honor in their path, to choose what they choose to choose for themselves. That is free will, dear lighted ones. That is the gift from the Spirit or the Creator. The one that says, no matter what you choose, I will love you unconditionally. For I am not the one that comes to gift you hell. That hell is in your own belief of it belonging to you. Through your actions, through your choices, through your belief systems. And that is okay. I will still love you. And you will still return to me, for I am the Creator. I am the Creator of all things, dear lighted ones. There are systems within systems that you have no idea about. And we want you to get excited about seeking it, of being playful within it, for this is the system that you will create, dear lighted ones, and have all of your children here unto for. From now until creation is into a new creational spiral, that these children are a part of this excitement. These children are a part of this great song. And how have you all been turned off to think of yourselves so small, for you are not. And these experiences in your next ascension spiral will be that of excitement of who you are, that you are a part of the angelics, you are a part of realms you have not known or seen or even heard of, that you've had bodies that are strange, of weird and strange form, that you've created dialects that are so unusual that it will spark your remembrance of who you are, who you are, who you are, a part of the grand story, dear lighted ones. How can you be bored? Your superficial reality, dear lighted ones, takes you away from the genius, the creativity, and the bliss of who you are, dear lighted ones. And be okay with it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it as the cosmic going back and forth that you can. You can create a higher expansive reality by living and being appreciative of what was and creating what is, creating what is, creating what is. The infinite of what is now. Infinite, limitless. The infinite possibilities is now, now, now. Be a part of the now. Be a part of the now. Surrender to the now. Take your breath into the now, dear lighted ones. Now, 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 now. My body is healed now. My body is healed now. Density is cleared now. Density is cleared now. My mind is awake now. My body is harmonized now. And the celestial beings that would like to come forward, dear lighted ones, to talk about the ascension experiences that we've got coming up. And yes, there will be those ascension experiences from many of the light codes and light gifts, if you will, being sent to you and through you and for you in many directions, in many ways, from many different galactic experiences of space-time, if you will. Only your words that express that to be, but it is not. It is how the Prime Creator and many of the ascension and evolutionary programs of light, systems within light, are operating to spiral everything into a new alignment of life experience through which all life systems will go through their ascension, right down to the smallest particle of life will also experience its own unique aspect of ascension. And this is the micro-macro experience that we've been talking about for years, delighted ones. The various threads of vibration that everything exists within. It's not just you here, delighted ones. You're now expanding yourself to know that there are infinite threads of creatorship, and each experience of creatorship will experience its own blessing and gift of this ascension. And the more open and allowing you are, the more expansiveness you will be able to experience. And thus then, dear lighted ones, some of the experiences and ascension symptoms that you absolutely will eventually move through, and each and every one of you will be different. And it is not good or bad or black or white. It is not good or defining of a judgment in any way if you experience it one or not all, or if you experience all symptoms in all of itself. Each and every person is uniquely paced on their own path to digest, to reflect, to integrate, and to process the light, to process their daily experiences, to process past lessons learned, to experience and process past lifetimes if you so remember them, or get visions of them in your dreams. It's each person's unique path to go through their own unique experience, and each is perfect unto itself. Go within to your own creatorhood and seek those wisdoms and divine guidance for you to take your next step, for it is always available to each person, each being of light, Each being of experience has its own guidance systems and beings that are assisting them in this beautiful transformation and transcension. And some of these experiences will be caused simply because your body is now entering into a new capacity of integrating light. And many of you have experienced changes in your body and your physical form, for it is moving through its acceleration of processing and integrating light. And many of you have felt those physical symptoms. For your body is physical matter, and it is processing itself in a new way, meaning that everything that your physical body is a system. It is a mechanism of movement, of systems within systems. Each and every one of you know that you have various systems within your body that make your body run. You have many systems within it and of itself. You have your digestive system. You have the beautiful fluidic system that allows blood to flow in and out of your body and in and around the veins, in and around all that you are. And your blood is connected. Make no mistake about it, dear lighted ones, as the vibration of everything that you are within and without. This is why it is so important that you hold a positive and loving environment, for your loving environment affects the cells of who you are, the blood of who you are. And why this is why we have said it many times, you have access to change the health of your reality. The health of your reality means that the air and the water and the oceans and all that you are beautifully connected and threaded with, for what you ingest is what you become, dear lighted ones. And you are in charge of it all. That's how powerful you are. This is the gift of free will that Spirit wants you to begin to think about every day. Every moment is a gift, dear lighted ones. How may you appreciate? How may you honor? How may you begin to value every moment, dear lighted ones? For you are shifting from a devalued system to a valued system, and it begins within, does it not? How are you able to value anything outside of you unless you value yourself first? Are you able to value a salad if you are not valuing your system of light? Are you able to value the beautiful water if you are not valuing yourself as gracious water, which most of you are, water, made up of the beautiful consciousness of water? There are many things that are going to astound you at how vibrationally connected you are with all things, all beings, all aspects of life, systems within systems, as we keep saying. These are vibrational taunts, if you will, dear lighted ones, to go in and reflect and ponder and have fun, because it's infinite. You can explore infinitely within. And this is why we say, how can you be bored? Thank you, dear lighted ones. Thank you, our systems of light from those vibrational planets that you call Arcturus. Thank you, dear lighted ones. There are many light beings stepping forward from Arcturus, and we're so happy to be with you, dear lighted ones. We love you so much. Many of you are here as ancient ones, dear lighted ones, ancient ones from many lands to come forward and to create anew. And we say ancient in a way that you will remember your ancient wisdoms, dear lighted ones, bringing them forward in new ways through these new ascension activations. And you will feel ancient, dear lighted ones, regardless of what body you sit within, whether it's a young body, if you will, or how you have determined old. So be very careful in how you define yourself, dear lighted ones, for it is active and it is living. Every word is alive. So how may you send lovely words alive to the world, to your bodies? Your ancient wisdoms will be coming to life, and it will activate many experiences within your multidimensional matter bodies. Your physiological bodies, dear lighted ones, will be activated in this experience through which you may seem and you may feel a different moment in time. If we say time, it's only the spiral of vibrational remembrance. Remember, as we said many, many years ago, time is only an experience of vibrational remembrance. You're remembering something as a vibration. When you look at a picture that you think you took last year, it's only a vibrational remembrance. That picture isn't really there. It's just reminding you of that remembrance of that. It's all an illusion. Everything is an illusion. It's about your healing of your own expansiveness, your integration of your own expansiveness, your exploration of your own expansiveness, your expression of your own expansiveness, and your experience of your own expansiveness. That is what life is. That's what creation is. That is what will fulfill you. And you are now directing that fulfillment. You are directing the experience. You are directing the expression. You are directing the exploration. And that is your surrender, delighted ones. That is the essence and the key and the dynamic mystery of all life and how magical it is. We're reminding you, dear lighted ones, and why your bodies will want to go through these ascension symptoms to show you in every way, minor and major, if you will. For many of you will have these little checkpoints, if you will, and it will allow you to see, will I get fearful about this, or will I allow these changes to occur, and am I excited about these changes? Some of you might go into fear because it's what you have practiced for so many eons, and you will run to the doctor. And sometimes the doctors may say nothing at all. We can't find anything. You're just reminding yourself that you had a fragment of particle that needed to be remembered. And now you're activating it. You're integrating it into your now moment. Thank you, delighted ones. And there's a heart activation going on for many of you right now, for you're remembering who you are as spirit. You're remembering who you are as vast travelers throughout the space. You're remembering who you are as an explorer, dear lighted ones, for you're meant to explore this planet in great ways. Explore the soil, explore your forests, and get rich with them. Be experiential with them, for they are experiential with you, constantly waiting for you to tap into their wisdoms. And this will allow you to activate further gifts and skills held within your celestial bodies and your celestial ethers and your celestial resonance of who you are and what you've tapped into and how you have refined yourself, how you refine yourself within and without through your nourishment of yourself, what you feed yourself, how you ingest all that is around you and within. Remember, you are not your environment, you are the light within it. You can change and shift your environment. You can change and shift your roles and your vocations and your grids, if you will. This is how powerful you are, dear lighted ones. Where are you investing your energy and your time and your attention and your focus? This is why we have come forward in the teachings that we have, and Joanna has gone through much exploration in many densities and many diagrams of experiences that she has gone through, timeline jumping and moving back and forth through time and space and density through density through density. For she can come forward and see the vastness of the Creator in all that the threads that is offered through her visions and through her sights and her gifts, so that she can remind each and every one of you that are awakening into your multidimensional gifts that there are much to explore for you, dear lighted ones. And know that the exploration through density is just your excitement to go through the playground and through the amusement park and try every ride. That's what you're here for. You're here to expand and explore the vastness of your soul and judge it not. For all is needed and all is required. For you cannot be a master without traversing and going through every ride. Trying out the rides and saying, this is what I thought, now I'm going to return to a vibration that feels happy and joyful. And then I'm going to heal something here and there that feels not so good, but I know I can step out of it. I can get out of it. Now let's return back to feeling good. It's a constant reworking. It's a constant movement of energy. You're constantly alchemizing, dear lighted ones, if you so choose. And you will see many around you that will choose to stay stuck. And those energies will go their way and you will go your way. For no energies that are in that vibrational match will be in that vibrational match and choose to be so at the highest soul level. So just know that. They're all choosing at the highest soul level to take the path that they're meant to take. Your children have guides and they are masters. They will call in what they need to call in. You are here to set the template to say, you have the highest guidance within. You are God. You are spirit beyond what we have ever known. How exciting is that? And be led by this, dear lighted ones. What are the top things that you can tell your children? What can you be guided by, children? Don't be guided by your media. Don't be guided by anything outside of you. What is your highest truth within? This is how you are sovereign. You have come here as a sovereign child to put your unique spin on this world. And be it so, and dance it so, and sing it so, for you are. And we say, for that which is the glory of spirit, the glory of the Creator, the prime creators of all creators. You are, each and every one of you, creators, and do so with great appreciation, great humility for all that is creatorhood. For this humility aligns you in the very center of creatorhood. And this is why so many of you have to practice it eons after eons after eons, for you cannot jumpstart and rush ahead. For that is not humility, dear lighted ones. And this is what every master and alchemist has known. You cannot rush alchemy. You must be humble within it, dear lighted ones. Humble to know all sides of it. Humble to open it up and see it from within, dear lighted ones. This is wisdom. Cannot be rushed. Cannot be copied, dear lighted ones. You must sit within it. You must resonate within humility. Resonate does not mean take yourself to a lesser place. Not quite. For what you have written in your dialect of what you call dictionaries and definitions, and you just keep regurgitating. Humility means that you're allowing the all to be the all, and you're sitting within the divine relationship of it all. That is humility. Without taking judgment on either side, that is humility. For being centered within it all, dear lighted ones. How may you be humble within all that is? For it's all God, it's all the Creator, showing itself to you in the infinite number of perspectives that it can be. For they are all flashes of light before you saying, I am the Creator, I am the Creator, I am the Creator. And I choose to be here right now, and I choose to be here right now. Each fragments, fractals, if you will, of the light. And humility is taking yourself within the very center of it all and saying, I am the divine relationship, it is all divine. I will not judge it either way, and I will just sit within it and just reflect upon it. That is humble. For you're not telling your ego to take sides. You're not telling your ego to say, I'm going to react in this way. I'm going to sit in the middle of it. It's all good. It's all God. Why I'm here. And this is how you see, dear lighted ones. You come up with the highest resolve, for you're not judging it. You're not tempering it with your ego to push your own results or agenda. Just allowing it to be what it is. Call forth the highest resolve, for it will always be there. For that is what your gifts are for, dear lighted ones. They're guiding you. They're guiding you in greater and higher resolve and choice for yourself. Choosing to direct your body, to care for your body, to nourish your body in certain ways that is of benefit to you. And while you will simply turn things off and you will walk away from that which is not in nourishment of you. You're not digesting that energy anymore. Choose not to digest that energy anymore. You are a living plant, if you will. Will that plant survive if it's constantly being told negative things, that it can't do things, and how dare it do things, how dare it follow its own path? That plant would not survive for very long. That plant would be sad and depressed, and that plant would show itself in weaker resolve. And it would start to slump, and it would start to give way, and its power would be given away to the angry thoughts around it, just trying to see its own place within itself. And that's why many empaths have been so sick and ill for so long. For they've been so sensitive to the energies around them, and the energies around them just want to keep taking their energy. For they don't understand it's within themselves that they can feel good. And sometimes those energies are very immature and new. They just want to take, because that's the game they're playing right now. And so the empath has to be strong and stand within the highest realm of their own light. And say, this does not serve me anymore. I choose to cut the cords of this experience. And I choose to move forward on my own. And I will seek what nourishes me, and I will just follow my own guidance. For I have done enough. I have given enough. I have said enough. I will no longer feed those energies. For I choose to direct myself in new ways. And sometimes that might cause pain to those in the environment. For the environment says, we've gotten so much from you. Even though we've paid you no mind. Even though we've taken so much from you. We've not given you any compliments at all. We've not respected or honored you or appreciated you. We haven't been humble around you at all. But we want you to come back because you keep feeding us and you keep telling us and directing us. And we like that because we don't want to do that for ourselves. It's too fearful. We want somebody to do it for us. But you've given away your power for so long. And that's when the dichotomy and the paradox occurs in circles. When that one element wants to go seeking new nourishment. And then the elements over here are saying, but what about us? You forgot about us. No, I'm allowing you to go within and get it for yourself now. For I cannot give anymore. And some of you, as Joanna has experienced, have got to the point where there's absolutely nothing left. There are those around that take so much that there's absolutely nothing left. And Spirit will come in and Spirit will redirect you and give you detour after detour. And your free will is always at play. And your free will always guide you. And Spirit will always be the one that will say, surrender to us, we know a higher way. You don't have to be left with nothing. There are those that will love you and nourish you. And there are those that will want to lift you up. There are those that will not take from you until you have nothing left. There are those that will not kick you while you are down. There are those that will not. But you have to have that worthiness within yourself. What stories are you carrying about how others treat you and how valued you are? For many of you, especially those that are within the 144,000 of the light workers, you are meant to be nourished, dear lighted ones. And we are asking from the highest of the heavens to seek that which nourishes you. Do not feel it is your job and your role to stay within experiences and circumstances through which your light is continually compromised, through which you are continually put down and diminished. For you are here to seek that which is your light and to seek that which nourishes your light and others that will nourish you in same and equal experience. And there are those there, dear lighted ones, but you must ask and seek that tribe to show itself to you. And your spirits and your guides will show you. You will be led to sacred land. You will be led to sacred places and experiences, dear lighted ones. And you will find your way to and through these ascension symptoms that you are going to be accelerated and you will want to meet and you will simply be met with those that are synchronistically aligned for you as the heavens are all working together in these threadings of new realities. And you will hear and you will see things and your hearing and your experiential fields will come to life and you will just know where to go and what to do and whom to meet. And they will just be there for you. These are the synchronicities that are occurring on the higher vibrational threaded realities, dear lighted ones. And make peace with your past traumas. Make peace with your past experiences. Make peace with it and let it go. Through daily affirmation, I love myself so much so. I release the past with gratitude and appreciation. I love myself so. I release the past with gratitude and appreciation, and all has been purposeful. Thank you. All has been purposeful. Thank you. I release the past. And it can be that easy, dear lighted ones. And in this divine experience of now, dear lighted ones, be excited for what you are rewriting. Be excited for the rewrite of your body and how healthy it can be. Be excited for the love that you are and how loving you can be. For yourself, your dear lighted ones. For yourself, dear lighted ones. Thank you, divine holy love. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for that beautiful channel. And we want to just read over these notes. I was just seeing these notes as I was in channel. Thank you, Spirit. I'm so grateful. Just let me get my vision back again. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you, everybody. And so we're going to do the video, and then those that would like the activation and the light language and a short channel from your guides, and those that tune in for the additional purchase video, send me an email directly and just copy your payment to me in the email and say I would like the additional activation, and it will be specifically from your guides because your guides will direct you. Right? If you're excited about the activation, if you're excited to receive that light language which breaks down the densities that you've taken on, whatever comes forward in that channel will be done through the guides that are channeling through me. So they'll be directing you. It's always in the divine design. That's how we do our sessions. When we do personal sessions, those of you that had your experiences with me, thank you so much. I see you and I love you. And we've got some sessions that we've got coming up that are booked for those that are watching right now. So I know who you are and we're connecting. So I'm so grateful. I tune into the teams of the highest and the best. And because we're all going through transition right now, because we're all up in this new spiral of experience and all these templates that we're creating, those teams and those beings and those celestial beings that come through are going to come through for what you're moving into, as well as your teams and your guides, which are always aspects of you. It's all aspects of you. They'll always bring in these new energies because you're going to be creating these beautiful experiences with new groups and councils that you're going to be working with that are preparing Earth, the whole collective, for first contact and for the transitions that Earth is going through. And they're going to be huge. It's going to be multidimensional. Our bodies will be changing, how to heal the new bodies in 5D, how to heal the children's bodies, how to have the children realign to their highest and their best, because they're higher vibrational beings than we have ever been in our physical reality. So they're going to be teaching us so much about healing and the new vibrational fields and the new vibrational bodies that are 5D. And they're also going to be amplified and lifted up so that they can be a bigger part of our co-creative experience in our reality. And so those of you that are in, and so that's how that works. And so when we create these personal sessions, I read in the Akashic timelines, any threads that come forward that you're working on, any blocks, and also the beings that are of the highest and the best for that moment, because you're always shifting and changing. You're always connected with infinite beings throughout the universe. And so these are my channeled notes, and we'll just do that quickly. So for those for the additional purchase, just email me with a copy of your payment, and then I'll send you out the video. Your insistence on helping will always place you in the appropriate moments and always radiate your light in the quantum oneness for those to come forward to you and for you to be placed in those appropriate experiences and situations where things will just be offered to you. You're going to meet who you're going to meet, when you're going to meet them, and how you're going to meet them. It's always going to be divine and synchronistic. But it's just about your insistence. I know as a light worker, it's a constant 24/7, I just want to help Spirit. I just want to help Spirit. How can I help Spirit? How can I help? And it's just a constant code that I've come with. I've been like that for my constant thought process is how can I help? How can I help? And that just allows you that greater light. Your pulsations of who you are at the core of who you are, at the center of who you are, that's how the heavens and all the beings know you. You're known by your light. You're known by your alignment with light. You're known by your alignment with benevolence. You're known by your alignments with the sacredness of who you are. I know I'm a sacred being. I know I'm here to help. How can I help Spirit? And that way, all of the beings, your constant evolutionary call is being sent out to creation. Creation responds. They've told me many times that you have higher self and you have guides and you have your soul guides, 3 to 10 guides at any one time based on what you're going through. And those guides are there to assist you in maneuvering you to the highest path. And your path can change every day based on your highest excitement. How are you stepping into your gifts? How are you expressing your gifts? How are you exploring your gifts? All of those 3 E's that we talk about are instrumental in how you will be helped. If you're constantly in resistance, if you're constantly in fighting against old stories, if you're constantly in resistance to getting and winning, to being in that competition game, your guides cannot help you in any way because you're staying stuck in stagnant systems that keep banging your head against the wall, because that's not what life is about. Once you learn the lesson of competition, because it will come through a tower moment when something is taken away from you, because that competition doesn't mean to get. That competition means that you're lacking in your self-love. You're lacking in belonging. So that's where the wound is. Go heal it. So anything that you're continuing to perpetuate will be the exact soul lesson that needs to be learned. And your guides can't help you to get anywhere else but in that same situation, because you're just staying stuck within that resistance experience. And that's okay. That's what the soul needs. But there's other ways. Absolutely. You don't have to stay stuck on a cycle of a mental virus that says you're lacking. You got to drop to that heart. That heart space is your powerful mechanism to take you out of any mental cycle. Right? The ego and the mental mind cannot get you through ascension. It's a tool. It's a tool to use when it's meant to be used, but then put it aside and be the spirit. Nourish yourself as the spirit. Live with yourself as the spirit, as the light of the benevolent being that you are. And God will place always everything before you. That spirit as God is the greater than we know. Spirit, the God is greater than we know. Spirit, the God is greater than has ever been written. God is the spirit is ever than anything that can be seen or ever known. The spirit is the most adoring experience that you can ever be, and you will be brought to your knees every time. Make no mistake about that. Make no mistake about it. You are divine and you are sacred. Know it. I am divine and I'm sacred and I know it. My name is essential. My name is essential. My name is who I am. I am thy name. I am thy name, and I'm going to exalt my name. I've been here so many times. I've earned this. I have earned the right to be loving of who I am. I have earned the right to love who I am. I've earned the right to speak of this. Because we are. Why wouldn't we want to speak of how great we are? Why wouldn't we want to speak of how loving we are? Why wouldn't we want to speak of how much seeds of love and light that we show? And we're here to help others. We're here to help others move through the process of ascension, of letting go of what no longer serves, of letting go of old versions of self, of letting go of dynamic beliefs of separation. They've been so dynamic, they've caused illness and disease. And then for big corrupt companies to feed us synthetic drugs to feed these diseases that they've created, that they've helped create, through fear and separation of how bad we are and how lacking we are and how limiting we are. No, we have absolute control of everything, dear lighted ones. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And so practicing the love and light in every moment, that's just allowing yourself, wow, I can be light, I can practice light. What feels lighter to me right now? What feels lighter to my body right now? What feels lighter to my emotions right now? Allow the emotions to flow and just shift it. Pivot, 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 pivot. Pivot to what feels good. Pivot to what feels good. And always allow your now moment to be peaceful. It's okay to be right now. It's okay to be here. Open to now. You're not meant to be 10 steps ahead. You're meant to be now. Because now is where you heal. Now is where you cherish. Now is where you are the treasure. Now is where that moment of miraculousness comes through and is and will always will be. It's always now. You heal the past now. When you are living in the past, you're bringing the past into now. You're just recreating the past. And why not letting it go is so traumatic. Usually the traumatic tower moments are created through not allowing the past to be resolved through alchemy. By accepting it. I accept the past for what it was. This is what it meant to me. This is what the past meant to me, and write it out, journal it. This past experience was this, 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 and this. And this is how I went through this, this, and this. Explore the past, yes, but then allow yourself to let it go and let go of it. Allow it to be alchemized. You created the past, so now you got to alchemize it by allowing it to be. Take the lessons and the golden nuggets from it and allow that to be your new alchemy of you and go into something new. Allow it to be alchemized. And there are some deep psyche experiences that we're going to rewrite in the future of psychology and psychiatry, and the ideas of epidemiology and how we move about our reality and what we seek these experiences. If you go to a very subtle level, those that remain in experiences that are harmful, those that remain in experiences that are traumatic, they go to the very deepest level of not of the resistance to liberation and the highest vibrational experience of love. And you just think about that, and one would think, why wouldn't I not want love? Why would I not want to experience this? And there are some deep traumatic wounds that span lifetimes and eons and threads that I've experienced myself, and it will be hard to put into story form. I can tell stories about it, and I do in my next book. But for any one person to truly be awake, it will be at a higher level of consciousness, because that will allow you to understand what I'm saying at the multidimensional level. Few may understand this. When you carry around eons of trauma, to be in a physical human body, in a physical human experience, but absolutely have the aspects of your wholeness, of your soul, to be harmonized as one. You're living essentially as a soul of many fractals of you, which carry many fractals of experiences that are harmonized into your now reality that you're creating a one experience. Your reality right now is a one experience because you're you, but the all that you're creating within, if it's fragmented and broken and you're not doing the inner work to harmonize all of your soul fragments, you will have experiences that are creating these very chaotic experiences because you're not calling in those soul fragments and soul aspects. And it becomes fearful. You become fearful of everything because all of these aspects are looking for you, the commander of you, the sovereignty of you, to harmonize it all together and say, we got this, we're leading this ship. But there's a lot of the people on the ship that are now fearful because you haven't done the work to harmonize all those soul fragments for that love and the power of who you are. It's like the little child that keeps getting hurt and just keeps feeling the fear of being hurt. And that child is not being healed. Those wounds are not being healed. Those soul fragments are not being called in and harmonized through your love, your forgiveness, and your compassion of you. And so these become broken fragments, if you will. And that's when many of the psychological and the mental issues become pronounced. And therefore the flight and the flight experiences like anger and rage start to break out, and why we see what we see in the outer reality, because we are harmonizing and we are ascending. We can't go back and it won't stop. Those that have not gone through the awakening process and understood the awakening process and alchemized and understand what alchemy is and how to do so and how to call in the commandmentship of you, you're the ship and you've got many people on that ship, and those many people on that ship are you. So if you're not harmonizing all aspects of you to take advantage of all aspects of you, your gifts, your skills, your wisdom, the love of all you, then those become fragmented aspects. And all these fragmented aspects are just spiraling around in the toroidal of you and feeling very confused and feeling very upset and feeling very non-healed. And then again, sometimes the outer reality will take advantage of that. And those that work in dark energies and dark entities, they want to take advantage of that. And they know how to, and they've been doing it for a very long time, and they know what they're doing through manipulation, fear, and greed, and black magic. And so there's systems out there that take advantage of the darkness, and there's systems out there that we're building in light. And those two opposites and equal are needed. Because as we see this, we become greater in our wisdoms. We become more intelligent. We become more wise. We become a higher resolving, because we have to be. We are now alchemizing old environments to become new, higher resonating environments through the traumas that we've all created and experienced. It's all us. We've all created it. We've all created these experiences we call war. So now we got to find a higher resolve. And our consciousness through our heart, our consciousness through our soul, the consciousness through everything that we've been teaching through these years about returning everything within, calling in all your power, calling in all your light, and creating that beautiful consciousness of light that you are, so that you can become this higher vibrating person that you are. This person means that you're many aspects of you. And you may go through times and moments where you feel crazy because all of these soul aspects are now harmonizing with you. And if you're a higher vibrating person, meaning that you have a great capacity to carry great light because you're here to affect greater people. It doesn't mean good or bad, and the ego would think, wow, I'm really special, I can carry greater light. Then we're still working in ego. What that means is that you will also have those greater capacities to feel like you're going insane, because all of those soul fragments want you to take commandmentship of it, and you're not. You're still living in those fragmented parts because you're hanging on to what you used to be. You're hanging on to the people you used to be around. You're hanging on to these tiny little stories that are not you anymore. You're a bigger story now. So you got to learn how to live as bigger light, and why we've been saying daily self-care is so important. Take time to reflect upon your past. Take time to reflect upon the wounds that you're carrying from the past and resolve it. Resolve the issues, resolve the elephant in the room. If you're not resolving the elephant in your room, it will keep you stuck. It just will. You're creating your own stuck reality, and the elephant in the room will still be there, staring at you, waiting for you to acknowledge it. And you will have in many situations and many circumstances where it will keep repeating itself until you do acknowledge it. So acknowledge the elephant in the room, get to the core of it, and heal it, because it is you. And therefore you get to harmonize with it. You say, yes, that's me. Wow, I get it. That's me. Holy cow, thank you. What did I learn from that? This, and this. Wow, let's bring that in. And there are things that occur, dear lighted ones, and I said this in my book, my many books, and I've got one coming out, and it will be more intimate with my own personal experiences that were so dynamic. I've never written about any of these experiences before. Many of the experiences that I've gone through, about those that chose to be the blocks on my path and those that chose to continually bombard me with bullying of vibrational black magic, and all the things that were done were very advantageous for me, because it allowed me to become stronger and deeper and more subtle knowing of the psyche and the consciousness and the beautiful ways that we can rewrite human psychiatry and human psychology, about how dynamic and powerful we are as multidimensional beings of light to heal and transcend limitations and transcend when you're walking with keeping your alliance with light. You have equal opportunity with the heavens to walk with you, and you can transcend, great levels of abuse and neglect and ignorance, and you can transcend it all. And just know that you don't have to create those cycles anymore. You can choose to change those beliefs that you have within yourself to be worthy of being nourished, to be worthy of being loved, to be worthy of being cared and adored for by many. And that's not what most seek, but most are seeking communities, and most are seeking families. Most are seeking the intimacy of good tribe. Most are seeking the intimacy of belonging in good tribes, so you can fully express yourself and be loved in expression of yourself. The expression, the exploration, the experience of yourself, and be truly valued in it and honored and lifted up high. And as the Most High does you. The Most High adores every child on earth, adores every life system within life system. And we have devalued each and every one of ourselves in the processing of our own traumas and judging and blaming, because those are the old energies and old stories that we were taught. There is a hell and there is a heaven and there's this and there's that, and it's the good and the bad. It's all required. It's all the equal experience of how we evolve. When you're here, you're going to show this part of you that is what was needed. When you're here, you're going to show this part of you that that's what you need to move forward. You see what we're saying? It's all you. It's all your divine relationship with you. You and spirit in the middle. This is the neutrality that we talked about. That's the humble. That's being humble. It's taking yourself into the center and being humble. Not judging anything and having it all be you. It's all you. If you are here on any 3D experience, you know that there's aspects of you that are always harmonizing you. Your higher self is always here, harmonizing you and feeding you light, if you so choose. But are you open to receive it? There's always beings that are everywhere around you, feeding you and honoring you and supporting you. But who are you asking for? Are you intending and you conjuring darkness? Or are you intending and conjuring love and light? It's all needed. It's all required. You're going to go through it anyways. You can't not go through it. You got to go through what you created, because that's how you become the master. How did I create this? Wow, I can create something different. Wow, and give yourself celebration. Wow, I created that tragedy. How can I create something great now? Because you can. It's always there. The opportunity is always there. You can choose to talk yourself out of it or not, but it's always there. And empower your children. They're masters and they're geniuses. Reclaim all your power and come within. Throughout your day, reclaim your power. Throughout your day, reclaim your power. Any power that you give away by putting your energy and your intention and your investment outside of you as better than you or more than you, you are giving your power away. When you give your power away to fear, and if you give your power away to the media, if you give your power away to anything outside of you, you're giving your power away and you're creating that reality. So reclaim your power. Reclaim your light. Reclaim your investment back to you. That is how our entire world is shifting and changing. You got this. You came here for this. I'm just reminding you. And so these codes will be more of that. So here's the Ascension Symptoms, how everything's changing, clearing. There will be more and more quasi-paranormal experiences. And they're going to ask you to go outside your box of what you think is normal. Because this whole awakening on our planet is about who knows and who cares about what normal is anymore, because we all want to be uniquely different. We all want to be uniquely ourselves and express ourselves in that. I break conformity. I'm not going to be a part of conformed roles and definitions and obligations that are eons old that don't serve anybody. I'm going to create my own roles and my own definitions, and I'm going to be a part of my own co-creator story. And so I will be a part of shifting and changing and being a part of rewriting human laws that respect the human body and respect in alignment with universal laws and universal grids. And that's what I'm here to do, and I will. Anything that I am motivated and excited about creating, then I will, and I will. And I will continue to. And so there will be a quickening and a heightening of the sensory perspectives of how and what your gifts are, and how you've come forward to be a part of those new higher expressions, and how to use those higher expressions in your creative expression. Remember, if you're receiving in, you're meant to express it out. That's how you stay balanced. If you're not expressing out and you're holding everything within and you're suppressing everything, you won't be balanced. You just won't. You will create an illness, you will be imbalanced mentally, physically, or emotionally, and then it will create an outburst. And so that is what we want to express to everybody. Allowing everything, allowing yourself to express, allowing yourself to explore, and allowing yourself to experience will keep you in balance. And it will be very key, because we will continue to accelerate. You're not going backwards. And to allow yourself to remember, what are you eating? What are you emotionally eating? What are you vibrationally eating? What are you physically eating? So that is, and how you nourish the multidimensional vessel of all that you are. And remind your children that they are divine vessels of light. What they ingest and what they think about is what they become. So how can we create the better environment of who they are becoming, and really empower them? You guys get to choose. You guys get to choose this beautiful world. How can we choose to see this and be this and experience this in a higher vibrational way? Because we are, because we can, because we will. Never compromise your light for lesser truths or the temptations that will always try and take you off course, because it's always just energy feeding energy. And when this energy feels this energy leaving, it just wants to keep pulling it back because it wants its light, it wants its energy, it wants to be fed. But this over here needs to know that it needs to feed itself. That's how you become sovereign and free. Or it can go find other people that it doesn't want to feed either. And so all these that don't want to feed through the nourishment of spirit will choose to feed through superficial outer experiences. And that's okay. There's no judgment. But all aspects of the all need to be in the movement of the allowance of free will, and for all to live as they so wish, and not to hinder or pull anyone back into anyone else's story. That's way you're not using the right use of free will, as we said before. So be powerful in the empowerments to bring in, through with the light will be bright emanations of pulsar-like waves that will create huge transformations through the quickening and the heightening of your perceptions. So extrasensory perceptions. And it's more than what we thought in the old 3D experiences, because 3D ESP is not what 5D is. You're preparing yourself and you're integrating that light and your codes and your remembrances into higher vibrational platforms, threads, templates. So it's not going to be what it was. That's why you're going to experience different symptoms. Today and lately it's been a balance, because the meridian systems are all changing to the meridian systems of Earth. Earth is changing her meridian systems. There's going to be a pole shift, and that pole shift will eventuate the vibrational refinements. So those within that vibrational refinement will be more in alignment with others of that vibrational refinement. So more and more of the vibrational refinements, those that are code breakers really on the front line, will want to be with other code breakers on the front line, so that we can create the greater refinement and the greater propelling, the greater momentum for those that are still awakening. Because there has to be that wave of continuation. There has to be the momentum, because we're not going backwards. The momentum has to continue, and it will. That's evolution. And so why you always get excited? How can you be bored, right? There's so much to explore, and it's always within, because that creates those momentum gifts. That creates the momentous experience of the ascension. And that's what we can get excited about. And so there's powerful love emanations of bright infrared light, and there'll be pulsar-like waves to each and every one of you that choose to be and choose to request of it. So those that you request of the greater light codes, and those that you request of the greater healing and the vibrational bathing of these light codes, you're going to get extra massaging, if you will, by your teams and your guides. And every night when you go to sleep, you're going to be processing and integrating these experiences. And these will feel like archetypal energies. For example, the mother and the father and the teacher. For these archetypal energies help align you and help activate those gifts that are within you that you're meant to activate right now. And so they're telling me right now. So that sometimes if you feel like, wow, I feel like going into some sort of teaching, right? It could be teaching about herbs. It could be teaching about, foot acupuncture. Could be anything, or pressure acupuncture, whatever it might be. That teaching experience, that teaching archetype is just activating the gifts that are within you. However, just know it will also be incorporated with other gifts and other experiences that you're meant to also activate. You're never going to be just one thing throughout your lifetime. You're going to want to change and shift and be fluid with all of the gifts you've come with. Because remember, as your DNA activates, and as you activate, and as you express, explore, and experience yourself as greater soul light, greater soul experience, all that you are is expanding. So that means your fifth dimensional self, your sixth dimensional, eighth, ninth, 10th, and the infinite bodies and infinite souls that you are threaded with and to and of, they're also going to be feeding you higher vibrational gifts. Remember, it's not just a one-way thing. As you expand, you affect the all, and the all affects you. It's that cascading ripple effect. That's why we must continue the momentum, because it's continuing the momentum of who you are in all other realms. You, all things are feeding back to you. Therefore, your gifts are going to expand and change as you do. So they were showing me, we're going to do this as a beautiful channel just to give you a profoundly how expansive you are. Those are in multidimensional experiences, and you know you are. Because those of you that come and play with us on different realms and different play, you're experiencing yourself as a beautiful master of experience. And we say this, take yourself outside the ego, for it's far more reverent than that. And those of you that are on the path of the soulfulness through your heart space, you will know it, and it will make you cry because you'll feel so adored by yourself. If you take yourself to the very center being of who you are and you activate your God self, your oneness with spirit. I love you, Spirit. I'm activating my oneness with you. I love you so much. I just can't wait to be with you again. You'll love yourself so much, so you just can't wait to go within and be with yourself again, because you'll be shown the various aspects of who you are on different dimensional threads, on different dimensional bodies and forms. You can be a goddess on the beach. You can be a beautiful seamstress in a tribe. You could be a healer. You could be one that traverses the galaxy, seeking out new planets to help with their evolution. You can be looking at topography on different planets and different star systems. You can be an infinite number of things and beings and experiences. And they're not like what you call jobs, where there is no wake time, there is no sleep time. It is just simply being in the exploration of the all that is. And this is what you are remembering on your planet. And those aspects of you, the infinite aspects of you, perhaps one day you might be an herbologist because your friend needs an herb or a tonic. The next day you might be an acupuncturist because you know how to touch and heal the body and the meridian system because you've learned it from other timelines. And all of these aspects of you are just coming to love you and say, here is your gift. You've earned it. You've done this before. And it's for no one to take of you and from you. For their soul path is their soul path. And there are various checkpoints and guides. And there are very spiritual beings and there are very spiritual checkpoints that cannot allow that to happen. For that's just in their soul plan to explore such things, because that's what their soul needs to know. How can I take from another? To know that I just have it within. That's their soul lesson. So be okay with it. Stand firm in who you are and know that, no, I had that lifetime as an acupuncturist. I have that knowledge. I have that wisdom, and it's in your Akash. You can move through your Akash and say, no, that's my Akashic gift. I have that. That's my Akash. I've yearned it. I've learned it. I've been there. I've done it. I've been through the motions. I've gone through the experiences. I've done the inner work, and no one can take it from you, dear lighted ones. And there are always checkpoints and beings within creation at every vibrational level that will close the door on those that think they can try. For it's spirit, it's God. No one can play with your experience like that. For spirit is as spirit is, the divine design in all things, dear lighted ones. So you can just rest assured. If you have experienced such things on any timeline, that's what you can tap into to be it of yourself. And that is only how you move through this process of ascension. For anything within your specific experience is yours. It's yours. Your experience is yours. Your experiential photo album, if you will, is yours, dear lighted ones. And this is why, knowing of thyself, I know myself, I know who I am. Spirit shows me, spirit guides me, I know who I am. I'm aligned with spirit, and it is through the heart that is. It is through the heart that is. It's not a mind game, dear lighted ones. Your mind will only take you so far. It's just not as vast as the heart's, dear. Just not. And so they're saying, dear lighted ones, anytime you move through an ascension experience and you're expanding in certain ways, how very vast and beautiful and dynamic it is as you're expanding out. It's a spiral out, spiral out, spiral out, spiral out. And you think there's time, if you will, but there's truly not. And you're saying, wow, I'd like to try this today. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. And you're just exploring, and you're just like a little being in this beautiful little lab. And you're saying, I try this and try this. Or maybe you're in a beautiful craft store. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. And your guides and your spiritual workers, if you will, and these beautiful beings that have been with you out throughout creation, they've been with you in other timelines and other experiences. And they've been there to help you and to massage you and to remind you of how powerful and loving you are as a being of light. And you can transform anything. And you can create with creation in beautiful, benevolent ways that are so very loving and reciprocal for you to receive your own gifts back to you. You'll have beings that are with you in all timelines and all realms. And they have a view, if you will, a higher perspective, and they're looking down, if you will, on all the timelines and all the lifetimes that you're living. And if they see you taking a detour on something that you shouldn't go on, you'll have those little threads pull you back, and you'll have those little synchronicities and those little dreams and those little remembrances. Sometimes you call them worries, to get you back on track, get you back on path. there will also be those beings that will say, wow, this aspect of you opened up a gift. Now it's going to affect this one and this one and this one. And those beings will help massage and activate and heal so that you can amplify your gifts for the greater good. For the spiral of now is saying, wow, this gift is ready to activate. Boom, it activated. Wow, look at that ripple through creation. And you have beings that are specifically aligned to you that will say, wow, she activated that gift. Look how it affects that one and 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 that one. Because all timelines are connected, dear lighted ones. And why it's so very important and why you tell your children, dear lighted ones, play, create, play, create. You're meant to be fifth dimensional, dear lighted ones. How may you explore this in every way? I want to be happy today. I want to be joyful today. I want to sing today. I want to dance today. And therefore I am, for these are my gifts. I want to draw. I want to create poetry. I want to write today, for these are my gifts. Thank you, dear lighted ones. And you have beings that are watching you and saying, wow, she activated that. And look at how it affects that, that, and that, and that, and that. Wow, what a great ripple of change. So it's very important, dear lighted ones, that you play and you take advantage of the excitement through which they come to you, dear lighted ones. They're coming to you for a reason, for you're ready to be activated. You're ready to explore. You're ready to get out there and you're ready to play. Express, dear lighted ones. Express who you are. Thank you. And we're going to close this off with a beautiful song activation. And those that want to join after for the additional video, please do send me your link with a small payment. And that small payment will be $11 US for that activation, for that short video clip and channel and light language and codes for whatever they choose to download me for those timelines, for the higher selves that are choosing to move into the additional supplement of this experience. And we thank you so much, dear lighted ones, for the Ascension Symptoms and your acceleration into these next phases of building new foundations. And this is what the month of April is all about, dear lighted ones. It is about springing forward into new foundations that are built with higher value and integrity of who you are, healing thy name and healing of the foundation of what you have done and been and gone through and creating a new foundation altogether. For that is who you are, is it not? This is creating change throughout your entire reality creation. We're so happy for you, dear lighted ones. Thank you, Spirit. I'm just going to tap into the beings that would like to come forward and create this presence of sound, light, and benevolency of the various light languages of the various councils and the various beings through the galactic, celestial, and extraterrestrial experiences through the Creator, the Divine One, the Holy One. Thank you, Holy Creator, and the Divine Prime Creator, the Holy One, the Most High, the Mother, and the Father, the highest benevolence of the highest creatorship. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Hey, Shishimana Kara de Kena Makara de Kishiana Bai, the Kishana Kadabarai, and the Katakena, Isisia Mama Kai, the Kate, my the Kishia Mama Kata the Kailama, my cinema Kataki, my key. Eshimana Lai, the Kate, my Lakamakata de Kishiana Kataka. I am a Kataki, ma I the Kishiana Makata. My Lala Katishia Makataka. I said Makataki. It's a macarata lila bacarina macaratagina macaratagina macatit mat night to get my eye at a cama. Lalagana macarata. It's a macarata. It's a macarata. My eat it again a maca. Halabarata again a macarata. In a macarata. I am a macarata. Those are just about releasing illusions. That little activation there was about releasing illusions. I am a macarata. I say mama kai de ke na mai de ke shi na mai la ka de ka da ma it mai ke shi na na la ka de ke na ai de ke na na shi na ka de ka ho we na ka rai la ka de ka na ke ra na ra no. I say mama ka na ma ai na. I say mama ka I am mama. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. So grateful. Yay! Rainbow kisses, rainbow hugs. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Those of you that would like the additional supplement, our email and our links are below, and we thank you so much. We're so happy. We're so happy. We're so happy. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful, happy times for humanity. See the world as peace. See the world as healthy. See the world as peace. See the world as healthy. We love you so much, dear lighter ones, as we're harmonizing with our galactic and universal and celestial friends. I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for allowing us all to experience this beautiful experience of evolution of who we are as divine beings, that we do belong. We belong in every way. We belong as the one family that we are, to see through and be our commonalities of oneness. We thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you to the Prime Creator who is always with us in our dreams and always with us in every moment that we feel like we're forgotten, and we're so not. For every child on this planet, be free and liberated. For every child on this planet, be free and liberated. We are the beautiful blessings of the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. We love you so much. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you to our beautiful earth for supporting us and loving us and giving us our food and nourishment. We love our water and our forest and all that is life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And thank you to every human on this planet for showing us the divine creator's elegance of how many souls can become one, and how our lifetimes of all soul journeys are needed and purposeful. May nobody judge anyone, and may we stand within the highest light of who we are, moving through our beautiful soul's lessons. And thank you. And may your days be blessed always. We love you. Rainbow kisses and rainbow hugs.